Welcome everyone. Today I will be sharing with you my March empties. This is beauty, lifestyle, wellness, and food products that I used up during the month. All right, we have a lot to go over, so let's get going. As you know, I love cleansing balms. I have a cleansing balm here called Clean It Zero by BANILA Co. This is the original. Already picked up another one. Another item that I already picked up was my 20% glycolic acid pads. These are by GLYCOLIX. They are called the Elite Treatment Pads. They also come in a 10% and a 15%. I highly recommend these glycolic pads. If you are new to using an acid such as glycolic acid on your face, you would want to start out with a lower percentage and work your way up. I have a sample here that came with something. It's by OLEHENRIKSEN. This is the C Rush Brightening Gel Cream. Loved this. I thought it felt amazing on the skin and I loved the scent. I would recommend it, and it is a cream for the face that I would purchase. A makeup item that is always on repeat for me is the SMASHBOX, the original PHOTOFINISH Smooth and Blur Primer. This isn't exactly empty. I probably have maybe a week's worth at the most, but I am getting ready to cut it open. I really cannot squeeze any more out of it. I'm wearing it today and I really had to work it to get it out, but I thought I would share it before I cut it open. As you know, if you watch my empties videos, I cut everything open. So I thought I would share this before I do, because tomorrow when I do my makeup, it will be cut open. Now I already purchased another one, or I should say I attempted to. I went to Sephora to pick up one and they were out, which doesn't surprise me because this is a very popular primer and for good reason. So I ended up picking up the SMASHBOX PHOTOFINISH Oil and Shine Control, and I wanted to see if I liked it. So I went ahead and tried it before emptying this, just because then I could give you a review and let you know how I feel about it. And I did like it. So it worked just as good as the original one. A little bit different texture and consistency, but really liked it. So I would say either one. Maybe if you have oil and shine like I do, you may be better off to go with this one. But SMASHBOX really knocks it out of the park with their primers. Next up, we have a liner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. Love this. It's always on repeat. I already have another one in my makeup arsenal. Another item that is always on repeat, and I also carry this in my cosmetic case for on the go, which I will have a video linked where I share what is in that. This is by Essence. It's the Long Lasting Eye Pencil. This is waterproof and it's in Black Fever. The only place that I use this particular pencil is on my upper waterline. I push my lashes up and I just put it on the top. And I don't line my top lash line above the lashes. I only do the waterline, and I only use this because it has major staying power. It even says 18-hour and waterproof. I never have makeup on for 18 hours. Our next empty, and it's always on repeat as well. I feel like everything I share is generally on repeat, so hopefully you don't get bored seeing these, but it just shows the power in Powerhouse products. If you love something, why would we try something else? And boy, do I love these. It's the Opalescence Go. This is the 15% hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening system. Boy, do I love these. I cannot be without them. I probably use 2 a week, and that is why I have very white teeth. I don't know if I've ever shared, but when I go to my dentist twice a year, every single time, my hygienist and my dentist tell me, we could never get your teeth any whiter by doing anything in the office. Whatever you are doing, it's doing the job. And if you want to know what I'm doing, the video that I did last, because I have a couple teeth whitening videos, the last one that I did, which was still quite a while ago, maybe last year, which I will have linked below. I will also put it up here in the corner. Still using all of the same products in routine. It works, love it. Another item always on repeat is the St. Ives Renewing Collagen and Elastin Body Lotion. I've shared before that this is kind of my everyday lotion. You know my love for the L'Occitane Milk Concentrate combined with the L'Occitane Supple Skin Oil, but it gets costly to use that milk concentrate every day. So I mix it up by using this St. Ives, but I still put a little bit of the Supple Skin Oil. It's just a great cocktail, and this has always been a favorite drugstore. So if you're looking for a drugstore, this is the one I would recommend. Another little item that I share every single month is my Gillette Mach 3 razor cartridge. Used one up this month, always on repeat. Yes, I use a man's razor. The Gillette Mach 3 does the job. Our last product for beauty is by Method. It is the HOLLYBERRY hand wash. I think you just get these at Target. They may have them at any grocery store, I'm not really sure. This was kind of a holiday scent. We are going to move on to wellness. I have a probiotic. This is a 60 billion probiotic, always on repeat. Already have another container. We also have a vitamin B6, always on repeat. Already have another container. So everything that I share, I already have one repurchased. When I am getting low, I repurchase items so that I have them arrive before I'm out of a container. And don't forget, everything will be linked in the drop-down box as well as on the corresponding blog post, which you can get to by clicking the very top link in the drop-down box below this video. We also have some magnesium glycinate 400, and this is a little bit newer into the arsenal. This is by ADVOCARE. It's the Spark Energy Vitamin and Amino Acid Supplement. This is in the flavor grape. If you are intermittent fasting, you probably wouldn't want to purchase this and drink it unless you were doing a later workout. I am no longer intermittent fasting, and this does have 15 calories in it, so it would break an intermittent fast. But I drink this every morning, almost upon awakening, right after I drink my bottle of water. Then I drink this. I mix 1 scoop and 8 ounces of cold water, and I already have my water in the refrigerator in a blender bottle, and I will link a blender bottle cup that's a shaker cup. So when I get up, get my workout clothes on, drink my bottle of water, I come out to the kitchen, I grab my blender bottle out of the refrigerator, I pour a scoop of this in, shake it up. It's nice and cold and refreshing, and I drink it right before I head to my workout, along with some supplements that I take. Another supplement that I emptied, this is actually an herb. It's ashwagandha, supports stamina and energy. We will have that linked. I already have another one. And we emptied a progesterone. Yes, perimenopause. I am over 10 years into perimenopause, still having those periods once a month, but I am on progesterone. I start this on day 13. So the first day of my period, I will count 13 days and I will put it in my Google task list to start using this, and I use the cream twice a day. I apply it in different areas, so I kind of rotate as I was instructed, and then I will use my progesterone cream up until I start my period. So that's how that works. Moving on to some lifestyle. I think it was last month I had the leather pants. You just don't know what I'm going to include in my empties. Well, these babies are long overdue. I mean, this is proof though. This is, yeah. Like who wears them? And I have so many tennis shoes. So I will, so yes, these Nike, They're done. They're done. We're getting rid of them. But I will link some new athletic shoes that I just recently picked up by Brooks, which is a great line. I've always loved my Brooks athletic shoes. Here's the new Kicks by Brooks. Love them. I love the color, and then I love how it has the bright neon laces. So I will have these exact ones linked. They come in oodles of different colors, but this is the one that I was drawn to the most, but I think you'll enjoy seeing what other options they have as well. Just for reference, I size up a half size for my athletic shoes. I'm not saying that you have to, I just always have. First of all, I like to keep my toenails right at the edge of my toes, and when I do a lot of my motion, or if I'm running or doing sprint work, whatever I'm doing, sometimes I will push my foot forward, so I like to have a little bit of extra. And years ago, I actually went to a running store. This is back when I was a pretty avid runner. I had even done a half marathon. No desire to do a marathon. I just don't want that type of training. But I had went to a running store that specifically worked with they would talk about if you, like if you were a pronator or a supinator or a neutral, where you kind of lean in or lean out. So it was a really nice experience, especially if you're a runner and you're putting a lot of miles in on your feet. And they had told me to always go up a half size or a size with your athletic shoes, especially if you run. So just bear that in mind. I do believe these would be true to size. It's just something to think about if you're doing a lot of aggressive movement. If you're just a walker, you probably don't need to worry about it, and a lot of it too is how you like to wear your toenails. So just had to add that in. I know it's an Empties video, but I'm always eager to share all my little tricks and tips and nuggets and all of that stuff, and I think that you enjoy it anyway. We also have my favorite fabric softener. This is the Snuggle Plus Original. Already picked up another one, and it's actually in a bigger container than this one. And of course, we always have some zebra pens in the 1.0, and you know they are going to be in the blue ink. And I almost forgot my diapers. These should have been way back in like beauty, I guess. I don't know where you would put these. Well, they kind of go with the tennis shoes because I only wear my Members Mark from Sam's Total Protection underwear for women in small, medium. I'm not mocking them, okay? These are great. They get me through many workouts a week. Again, you know I have a bad bladder. I share these all the time. We already have a new pack opened up. Okay, moving into food, beverage, diet, whatever you want to call it. Folgers Classic Roast, can't go without my coffee. We get the big canister, I think at Sam's Club, sometimes Walmart, but love some Folgers. So cream of rice has been getting loved a lot. This is on my diet right now that I have been following. And let me just share with you, when you come back in a couple days on April 1st for March Motivation, I will be sharing what I eat in a day. I have been eating the same food for the last 6 weeks. So I've been eating 5 meals a day. All 5 meals are the same. I mix up a couple things, just my fish. Some days I'll have salmon, some days I'll have orange Roughy. So I'm only mixing that up, but other than that, I've been following the same food plan, same 5 meals every single day of the week, still taking a cheat meal about once a week, sometimes twice. But yeah, cream of rice has been in my first meal post-workout, which is really the only time I would recommend cream of rice, as it's a fast absorbing carb, so you have to be careful with those, but it can be great for after workout because I'm on a little bit of a plan, trying to get a little bit of results, and I am getting them. So be sure to come back on April 1st to watch my monthly motivation and what I'm eating a day, but went through a lot of cream of rice this month. Also emptied some old-fashioned oats, and that's only because there was a couple days where I was out of my cream of rice, so I had to switch it up and do some oats, which I think is great as well. Emptied some apple cider vinegar, already picked up another bottle. I normally pick up the Bragg's, which is what I will have linked, and that is what I picked up. But Aldi does carry this as well, and that's where this bottle was from. Also emptied a couple jars of roasted bell peppers. These are great. I have been cutting them up into little chunks and putting about 1/3 cup in my tuna with half of an avocado, and it's been a great meal, one of my meals of the day, and I really love it. Also used up an extra virgin olive oil. We always have to have our olive oil on hand. Also went through a lot of applesauce this month because one of the meals I've been having is applesauce protein pancakes once a day. Oh my gosh, they're so good. They're so good. I used to eat those years ago, like 10, 12 years ago. I used to eat applesauce protein pancakes, and you know, I'm kind of revisiting some of the old style of eating that I did, and again, because it's very results oriented, it's just a lot of work. That's why I got away from it. But this has been a real treat to add back into my diet. So loving my applesauce protein pancakes. And I shared those on Instagram stories. You know, I'm always sharing my food there. If you go to my, I think it's called Current Eats highlight, you'll have a recipe waiting for you how to make the applesauce protein pancakes. Another thing I've been eating every day is 2 cups of baby spinach, steamed, super delicious. I have it with my fish, it complements it well. So we emptied a container of baby spinach. And then once in a while, if I just need a little crunch, because these really don't get me in trouble, I will have a low sodium rice cake. Very plain. It's almost like eating cardboard. I mean, you could put a nut butter on there, or you could even do a nut butter and some sugar-free jelly to make it kind of like peanut butter and jelly. I've just been eating them plain. I'm okay with that because sometimes I just want something with a little bit of crunch. When you eat clean, sometimes you miss certain things like texture, crunch, things like that. And for me, it is the crunch. And I don't really care for celery because that would give you a lot of crunch. So I don't know. I need some crunch. Also used up a Mrs. Dash in lemon pepper. This goes on my fish. This is something I've always used. There's many different flavors of Mrs. Dash seasoning. And the nice thing is they're low sodium. So they really do complement a clean diet. Don't know if you can see that, but it says orange Roughy. It's just because I emptied a couple bags of orange Roughy, and I purchased my orange Roughy at a local fish market that gets fresh fish in, and they bag it up for me, and it's been great. I'm still doing my salmon from ButcherBox, and I will have the ButcherBox link down below where you can get a sweet deal that's going on right now by using my code. So what I do is I kind of switch up the salmon and the orange Roughy. I may do salmon one day, the next day orange Roughy, the next day salmon, orange Roughy, just to kind of mix it up because I love both of them. Like every month, you are going to see pasture-raised eggs. Eggs are always in my diet. I have 4 egg whites a day on my current eating plan. I have 4 in my first meal, and then I also have 4 egg whites in my applesauce protein pancakes, hence giving them the name protein and some protein powder as well. But yeah, always purchasing my pasture-raised eggs. I go through quite a few containers in a month. I don't save every container because it's just too much, just enough to show you. So I always go through some cans of white chunk chicken breast and also some solid white tuna. Have both of these every single day as well. And you know my sweet indulgence, which is the ZEVIA ginger ale. I have 1 of these a day. It's just a treat. I talk about it every single month and already repurchased. Well, there you have it, my empties for the month of March. You probably are thinking, I didn't see any bottles of wine. No, I didn't have any in my home this past month. We didn't entertain, and I'm not drinking wine just for the sake of having wine when I'm at home because I've been keeping it clean unless I'm going out and having a cheat or treat meal. Don't forget, all of the links will be in the drop-down box below as well as on the corresponding blog post. Don't forget, I will be back at the end of April for April Empties. Let me know if you are still enjoying these videos, even though there are a lot of repeat items. So I'm always happy to hear what you have to say about what videos you would like and want to accommodate that, so let me know. All right, and don't forget to come back April 1st, monthly motivation. What have I been eating in a day? Yeah, It's probably not going to be that exciting for a lot of you, but I've actually been loving it. I have loved what I've been eating, and it's a lot of food, so I never go hungry. And it's results oriented, and that's the key. All right, I'll let you go. We'll see you soon in a couple days. Take care. Bye.